folks, we're back in here rocking and rolling on a Monday. Hottest show on the streets here, number one forum for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Happy to have you all here checking us out on today. We bring you the show from the magic city of Birmingham. We stream this to you via YouTube. Speaking of the channel, you know what time it is. You tap that subscribe button right now, even in the off season, because the content still flows. Tap that subscribe button. Get every friend, family member, diehard Bama fan, casual Bama fan, consumer of Tide football to subscribe as well. Don't forget to share the show. Share it to everybody you know. Make this your spot for all things Tide football. Also, hit that like button. Tap the like button, like the show. Give us that thumbs up right there. Trying to hit this 50 likes out the gate to start the show. We appreciate you guys. That daily super chat goal, $100. Daily super chat goal, $100 right there. All donations welcome and appreciated. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell right there so you miss nothing when it comes down to your Bama football. But got a lot of things to discuss here on this evening. We want to hear from you, the Alabama football fans. You can do this by calling 205-448-1358, the number 2. Call in and let your voice be made known on the show, 205-448-1358. One more time, 205-448-1358. But John, jump right into topic one here, the conversation, and that being here, Alabama has had, under Nick Saban, quite a few, linebackers that have become first-round picks, linebackers that have become or helped the program win national championships, whether it was Rolando McClain, 2009, he was a big deal. Guys like C.J. Mosley, 2012 was a big deal. Donta Hightower, 2011 was a big deal. Although, those guys going, first round. You look at, the likes of Rashaan Evans, who went first round, helped Alabama to win national championships. He was a big deal. Will Anderson here as of late went first round, number 3 overall in this recent NFL draft. So Bama's had some guys to go first round in terms of the linebacker play and also helping the program win championships. But it's the next one here on the roster, and it is. And you look at Dallas Turner. Dallas Turner, who came in 2021 class, for the class right after Will Anderson. Dallas Turner, 5-star from South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, by the way of St. Thomas Aquinas High School, 6'4", 242 pounds. And we all remember the story. Dallas comes in as a freshman. He is behind Drew Sanders on the depth chart. Drew Sanders, who came in as a 5-star with Will Anderson in the same class. Drew ends up getting hurt. I think it was the Florida game or the Ole Miss game. It was one of those two games. I believe it was the Florida game. Drew gets hurt, and then Dallas comes in there, gets his first start against Texas A&M, doesn't look back, ends the season 30 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks, freshman All-SEC, freshman All-American team, and we were all like, that kid is going to be something else in the years to come, just based off of what he was able to do his freshman year, stepping up with a teammate down, a teammate hurt. And so now, with Will Anderson off to the NFL, now the microscope is on Dallas Turner. He's the guy. He's the guy that's going to be that sack specialist, that edge rusher, that pass rush leader for this defense. I understand Bama's got guys like Jaheim Otis up front. You've got Jamil Burrows up front. You've got T.M. Smith up front. You got some guys there on the defensive line. Plus at the linebacker position, Chris Braswell is back. But because of the fact that Dallas and Will both play together, with Will Anderson off to the pros, immediately our first thought becomes, okay, Dallas is the next man up, right? He's next in line. He's the guy. The baton falls on him to affect the quarterback, get after the running back, make those plays from a defensive front perspective, setting that tone. So, Turner did not participate in spring practice just due to he had to recover from a surgery. Coach Saban mentioned that during spring practice when it first kicked off, when it first started. But this summer, Turner's been putting in work. His father put up this video on social media. Turner's been down there in Florida working out with specific coach/trainer. He's been getting that work in, whether it's him tossing medicine balls, him running, him doing quickness and agility, him strength training. Turner's been doing a lot of things so far this summer, putting himself in position to be back tougher, faster, stronger, to be that guy that Alabama needs defensively up front to harass opposing quarterbacks, because Alabama's going to be facing a lot of marquee quarterbacks here in this upcoming season. So it's good to see Turner back out there, at work, putting himself in a position to not only go after a national championship, but put himself in a spot where he can be that next first-round linebacker here for the Crimson Tide. I mentioned that Coach Saban has put quite a few guys here in the first round, and after having Will Anderson go number 3 overall, Nick Saban, does he have the 6th first-round pick at linebacker right there? And Dallas Turner, think he does. Absolutely think he does. Now, the question becomes, does Dallas have a better junior year than what Will Anderson had? Because remember, Will's sophomore year, Will popped off. 34 and a half tackles for loss, 17 and a half sacks, Heisman finalist. Will popped off sophomore year. Will had a strong freshman year. Anderson, his freshman year, 52 tackles, 7 sacks with 10 tackles for loss. Had a good freshman year. Dallas Turner had a good freshman year, strong freshman year. Sophomore year was okay, but does he have a better junior year than Anderson? Anderson, his junior year, did have 10 sacks. But can Dallas Turner put up more than those numbers? That's going to be interesting right there, because I know a lot of this comes down to who plays opposite him to kind of take that pressure, take that double team away from him. That's why you kind of need, Chris Bradshaw to have a big year. You kind of need Jahad Campbell to have a big year. You kind of need, other guys around Dallas Turner to have big years, so he's not forced to take on a lot of those double and triple teams that Anderson had to face just a season ago. But if Dallas Turner can have more numbers his junior year, this upcoming season, than what Will had just a season ago, he can very well be definitely first round, top 5, top 10 pick, because the baton is in his hand. The role has been passed down to him. We've seen several guys take that baton as the outside rush jack linebacker. It's now Dallas Turner's turn. What does he do with it? How does he run with it? We're going to get a chance to watch this in the fall, because this is his money year. In terms of every NFL scout, evaluator, coach, analyst looking dead at him for this campaign. But we take our first break here on the show. Don't touch that dial. We're just getting started. Upon our return, we go to the phone lines. We grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. We get to a dialogue with you, the Tide fans, right after this.
9 players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they've put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
All right, folks, we're back to the action right here with you from the break. Number one ticket here for Crimson Tide Football News. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Continue tapping that like button, hitting that subscribe button, making this your platform, your spot here to talk all things Bama football. About daily Super Chat goal, $100 daily Super Chat goal. Appreciate you guys. We're at 36 likes, need 50 right here. We have 70 people in the chat. Hit the like button, tap that like button, give us that thumbs up right there on the show. Appreciate the support there coming from you, the Bama Nation. Also, I forgot for a moment, John, Reuben Foster was also taken in the first round of linebacker. He went in the first round of a 2017 NFL draft. And also, Alabama got a fresh commitment on yesterday. One Jeremiah Beeman, the four-star defensive lineman, by the way, of Parker High School in the Birmingham area. So big ups there to Jeremiah Beeman, becoming the latest commitment here for Alabama in the 2024 class. Guys, shout out Kenny Heathcock with that $5 donation in the Super Chats. Appreciate Kenny there helping us out, showing some love. Dancing Steven is back there on the desk doing his thing there, getting us going on a Monday. But we go to the phone lines to grab your calls. The call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. The number to call in to let your voice be heard on the show, 205-448-1358. Appreciate you guys for calling in as you guys are getting your thoughts in here. I gotta do this right quick. I mean, how about the job by Jayla Torrance, for Alabama softball? Jayla Torrance, I mean, what a performance by her in the regional against Middle Tennessee State. Bama, she pitched a gem. Bama got the 1-0 win to advance to the Supers. Big home run there from Allie Shipman, top of the 7th inning. Huge for Tide softball. And when you needed somebody to emerge, step up, with Montana Fouts, battling the hyperextended knee, and she should be back pretty soon here. But for Torrance to step up the way that she did, a pitcher was born in the playoffs, and Bama needs that, especially with this being Montana's final go-round here. You need somebody to step up in terms of the future. What a job by Torrance. What a gem she pitched there, helping Bama softball get the 1-0 win there over Middle Tennessee State to advance to the Super Regional play. But we're going to go to our quick call topic here as you guys continue to get your thoughts in the call in. 205-448-1358. So how about Bama in the NFL? How about, Will Anderson right now? The number 3 overall pick by the Houston Texans. He has not taken a snap yet as far as professional football where the games really matter. But Anderson has been linking up with some celebrities. He's getting that celebrity portfolio down packed. He was, after meeting Denzel Washington a couple days ago, he was at the Lakers game, Will Anderson was, and he linked up courtside with 16-time Grammy Award-winning artist Adele. So Will Anderson and Adele getting some conversation in right there. That's pretty cool. Will Anderson linking up there with celebrities, getting pictures made, videos done. I mean, he's a multi-millionaire now. So he's kind of in that tax bracket with these celebrities now. So if he wants to sit courtside at the game, he can sit courtside. Whether it's Denzel, Adele, doesn't matter. Drake, he can sit courtside, or whoever Will Anderson wants to sit courtside with. I thought that was pretty cool right there. We take our next break here on the show, folks. Don't touch that dial, because when we get back, we go from one defensive player to another one, and this one trying to get Bama back to having a DB taken in the first round of a draft after it did not happen this recent venue. We'll talk about that after this.
Touchdown Alabama magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, people, we're back into the action from the break. Hottest show on the streets. We're talking your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. And I heard the ding before we came back in. Jonathan McMillan drops in $100 in the Super Chats. Jonathan McMillan taking care of business here on a Monday. We've hit that daily Super Chat goal of $100. Appreciate the love there. Coming from Jonathan McMillan, you guys continue hitting the like button, tapping that subscribe button, sharing the show around to everybody you know, even in the off season. We are still pumping out the content right here. Touchdown Alabama magazine. But John, we go from one defensive player to another. This one in the defensive secondary, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Kool-Aid McKinstry, leader here of his defensive back room, back for his junior season, his third year. Freshman year was solid, former five-star. Sophomore year last season, he took a step forward, big step forward. 15 pass breakups in that 15. Interception as well. He made quite a few All-American teams as a cornerback and as a punt return specialist. So Kool-Aid took a big jump there a season ago. But now, especially after seeing no defensive back taken in the first round of this recent draft for Alabama, we all thought that Brian Branch could possibly sneak middle late first round. I know I thought that. Failed in the second round, so no DB was taken in the first round for Alabama this recent venue. But Kool-Aid McKinstry trying to get that back, trying to gain that back, trying to have Alabama back in that conversation in terms of the 2024 draft. And what he's doing this offseason, man, this dude's been working his tail off. I mean, whether it's with Coach Leonard Stevens, Coach L, step-by-step performance training here in Birmingham, or whether he's down there in Florida working with Gold Feet Certified, a facility down there where guys that help train you on your footwork, train you on your feet spacing, your quickness, your burst, your agility, how to defend as a corner. Gold Feet Certified has put several players in the NFL. And if you look at this clip here, I mean, Kool-Aid looks ripped, jacked. He's put on serious muscle, serious footwork, a ton of ability. The guy's hungry. He's trying to go after his first national championship as a member of Alabama, and he's trying to get into that first round, top 10 range when you talk about the NFL draft. He's already a preseason candidate for the Lot Impact Trophy for this upcoming season. So a lot of things expected from Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is expected to shut down his side of the field. He's expected to be a lockdown, a shutdown corner. Kind of like what D. Milner was in 2012, what Marlon Humphrey became, what Anthony Everett became, what Levi Wallace became, what Patrick Surtain became. All of these guys shut down, lockdown corners, even to an extent. Cyrus Jones, 2015, pretty darn good. So this is what Kool-Aid McKinstry is trying to do. Become a lockdown corner. How do you do this? You go down, you train with some of the best people that have great footwork, ability to, shut the receiver off, reroute the receiver. Be physical, not too physical, but trust in your technique and what you're doing out there. So good to see Kool-Aid crafting his footwork here in this offseason, trying to be a first-round pick. I mean, he's looking for a national championship. He's looking to be a first-round defensive back for Alabama. Got potential to have a huge junior season. Is the one McKinstry by the way of Pinson Valley High School. But we grab another break right here, folks, from the show on Touch That Dial, because upon our return, we get back to those phone lines. We take your calls. We take your thoughts, your conversations. Light us up. We definitely want to hear from you after this.
Chris Rogers, 2009 national champion. You are listening to the baddest, when I say the baddest, sports show in the state of Alabama. In my own words, you know, yours truly, Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Don't touch that dial.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care, in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
And we're back into the action, folks, from the break on a Monday, getting that work week started off for you correctly on the hottest show in these streets. We're talking your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Got my man John Ivory in the production studio. Continue hitting that like button, tapping that subscribe button. Doing everything you can to make this your show, your network, your platform, channel, space to talk all things Bama football. Phone lines open, 205-448-1358. The number to call in and let your voice be made known, 205-448-1358. And one more time, 205-448-1358. Definitely want to hear from you. But as you guys are getting your thoughts in here, just more information, John, on one Jeremiah Beeman. I mean, I'm excited about this commitment right here. Like I said, 4-star from Parker High School. The guy's got a non-stop motor, can stop the run, can get after the quarterback. I mean, got quite a couple of commitments here in this class. Julian Sayin, the elite quarterback from California, in this 2024 class as well. You got Jalen Mbakwe. I think that's his name, Mbakwe. He's in this class as well, out of Clay Chalkville High School. So a lot of marquee talents here in this 2024 class for your Crimson Tide. But on top of that, a lot of the guys in this from this 2023 class, they've been working this offseason. Whether it's been Justice Haynes, trainers, coaches, putting in that work. Wilkin Formby putting in that work. Miles McVay putting in that work. I mean, there's a lot of guys that came in this 2023 class putting in that work. Malik Benson putting in that work from a JUCO standpoint as he came in as a wide receiver from Hutchinson Community College in Kansas. So this 2023 class, they're ready to show the world what they can do, what they're about to put on the field, what they bring to the table in terms of being just marquee, Alabama players, recruits, stand out. So it's going to be fun to watch this season, especially summer workouts, fall camp, when that comes into play. But in terms of another Bama in the NFL topic here, Joe, we look at Josh Jacobs, former Alabama running back here. Jacobs, who is a 3-time 1,000-plus yard rusher for the Las Vegas Raiders. He won the NFL rushing title just a season ago, 1,653 rushing yards off 340 carries, 12 rushing touchdowns. And he's trying to get a bigger contract from the Raiders at some point. But Jacobs had an announcement today on social media. While he's been very productive for the Raiders wearing number 28, he wants that old thing back, that old swag back, that old number back. He's going back to number 8, the number he wore his sophomore and junior seasons at Alabama. That's 2017 and 2018. He also wore number 8 in high school, McLean High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, when Josh Jacobs was number 8 for Alabama in 2018, he had a massive year. Over 1,000 all-purpose yards. I mean, Jacobs was just crazy gifted that year. Jacobs 640 yards rushing that year. Had 247 yards receiving that year. Had over 500 kickoff return yards that year. Jacobs that season had 15 touchdowns. He had 6 touchdowns rushing. We had 11 touchdowns rushing, 11 rushing touchdowns. He had 3 touchdown catches. He had 1 kickoff return for a touchdown, and he ended up being the number 19 overall pick by the Raiders in the 2019 NFL draft. So Josh Jacobs going from number 28 to number 8, making the change. They're a number. Gonna be intriguing to watch him back in that old number 8 and seeing how that really pans out for him. But we go to our final break here, folks, on the show. Don't touch that dial. When we get back, we discuss one Bryce Young, who is tearing it up so far in organized team activities for the Panthers. We tidy up loose ends with that after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
What's up, Bama Nation? This is Rudy Griffin, former Alabama defensive lineman, and you're listening to my guy, Stephen M. Smith, in my own words, brought to you by Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Roll Tide, roll!
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
We are rolling, folks. Back into the action from the break. Number 1 forum for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Appreciate all of you for all the calls, all of the donations, all of the super chats, all of the YouTube chatting. You guys making this your show, your spot, your platform to talk all things Alabama football. But John, we wrap things up with this right here. You know, Bryce Young, number 1 overall pick in this recent draft by the Carolina Panthers, and did well in rookie minicamp, but today started organized team activities, OTAs, for Carolina, and it's reported that Bryce Young lit it up. Highly impressive day 1 of OTAs. Frank Reich, head coach of the Panthers, is just highly impressed with him. Talked about how his first day, his command of the offense, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Perfect is what Frank Reich is saying in terms of Bryce Young's command here of Carolina's offense. Veteran quarterback Andy Dalton also mentioned that there was a typo. There was a wrong play in the play sheet for Bryce Young. Young recognized it right away, called it out, changed it, and the Panthers are just impressed with this young man's ability to see it, react to it, process information. Made a 98 on the S2 cognition test. The ability to evaluate and process information fast as it's coming, spit it out on the field. Oh, that's what Bryce Young gives you. And for him to already be looking at plays and dissecting plays and fixing plays and having just complete command here or strong command here of the offense, the terminology, the word jargon. This is really good for Bryce. Really good for Bryce. I mean, I know Carolina trying to, I guess, take their time in, moving Bryce slowly through this thing, but I feel like by week 1 of the NFL season, when they take on the Atlanta Falcons, he'll be the starter. He'll be the starting quarterback. I mean, this guy processing the information, this guy, tier of tier, his first day of organized team activities, according to Frank Reich, it's impressive. I mean, it is highly impressive. I mean, people are even now starting to look past, we don't care if he's 5'6", or 5'8", or 5'10". We don't care. This guy, as long as he's out there processing this information, as long as he's out there whipping the ball to the receivers on time, on target, in stride, in rhythm, we don't care. He can be 3'2". We don't care. As long as he's putting that ball out to everybody that we know can catch the football and make plays, that's all we want to see out there. And that's exactly what Bryce Young is doing day 1 of OTAs. It's very good to see this. It's outstanding to see this. So hopefully, he can continue at this rate. He can continue at this clip. This is a young man that finished his career at Alabama, second all-time for passing yards, 8,356. Second all-time touchdown passes with 80. Second all-time in total touchdowns with 87. Became the first Alabama quarterback to win the Heisman Trophy. Did that in 2021. First year as a starter. So Bryce Young, hey, you're going to see what he does as he continues through OTAs for the Panthers. But as always, Tide Nation, you want the best in news, notes, information, and coverage here on your favorite football program, that being the Crimson Tide. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama magazine app. Now, you download the app from the iPhone App Store, your rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store. You got the Android phone. Now, for your audio needs, check us out, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. We got you covered right there. The good and gracious Lord sees fit. I'll try to be back on Wednesday, continuing the conversation, but it's Bama football. Remember, Tide fans, you can purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link found in the description. If you're trying to get your hands on the fresh edition, print edition of TDA the magazine, here's what you do. You go to touchdownalabama.com, you click join, become a member and or a subscriber today. That link in the description as well. But guys, shout out you guys, the incredible fans of Bama football, for all the donations, all of the super chats, all of the YouTube chatting, everything that you do to make this your show, your spot here to talk Bama football. Guys, shout out my man John Ivory in the production studio, holding things down there. Until next time, folks, husbands love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children, you guys continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing too. Not be bored there. You get yourself those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. Till next time, folks, I'm your man Stephen M. Smith, and you've been listening to In My Own Words.